What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be doing a tier list of all of the DLCs from Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, and these are solely just based off of my opinion and my experiences playing the games, playing the DLCs themselves. I'm going to try to keep nostalgia factor out of it as much as I can, but yeah, let's get into it. All right, so the first one that we have is Broken Steel. And this one, I was never really a huge fan of this one, mostly because I felt that it added what should have already been in the game, I guess. So I feel like they just made you pay more money to continue Fallout 3, which I thought was kind of lame. The DLC itself isn't awful, but it just kind of felt like a shooting gallery to me. So I'm going to go ahead and drop Broken Steel into C tier. Next, we have Point Lookout. Now, Point Lookout, I think, is actually one of the best DLCs in Fallout 3, if not the best DLC in the game. It's one of the only DLCs in the game that actually keeps the open world aspect and gives you like a whole new real open world map to explore, which I think is pretty cool. And there are some decent side quests in it. The main quest is pretty good as well. So I think I'm going to put Point Lookout into A tier. All right, next we got Mothership Zeta. Now, this DLC for me has a lot of nostalgia because it's the first DLC that I really played of any Fallout game. So I personally really like it, but I know that as a DLC, it kind of removes what makes Fallout so great. And, that being the open world aspect and being able to explore. But I think the fact of it being a relatively mediocre, DLC, but having the nostalgia, I'm going to put it in B tier. Because I do really enjoy the DLC. All right, what one are we gonna do next? Let's do the Pit. The Pit is probably my favorite DLC for Fallout 3. I just enjoy the quest the most, I think. It's not as open world as Point Lookout, so that's like one negative about it, but I do prefer the main storyline, so I'm going to put the Pit into A tier. I'm actually going to put it just ahead of Point Lookout because I actually prefer that one over that. All right, so Operation Anchorage, we're going to do that one next. D tier. Yeah, not a fan of it. Never have been. I've played it probably about 4 times. Yeah, just not my favorite. All right, what we got? Fallout 4 DLCs next. Automatron. This one, I'm gonna drop that one right into. Where's it gonna go? We're gonna put it into C tier. Putting it in C tier simply for like the robot building aspect of it. I don't really care for the entire rest of the DLC, if I'm being honest. But yeah, it's not a great DLC. It's definitely not my favorite, but I do like the robot building aspect that it adds to the game. Next, we're going to do Far Harbor, which in my opinion is the best DLC in Fallout 4. And I'm going to throw it in. Let's put this. I'm going to put Far Harbor in A tier. Just because I like it. I really like the aesthetic of it. I like the fact that you get the option to kind of join the different factions in it. You can side with Far Harbor or the Children of Adam or with Dima. I quite enjoy Far Harbor. It's a fun one for me. Now, Nuka World is one that I don't have a ton of experience with. I haven't completely finished it, so just for the fact that I don't have a just for the fact that I don't have like a real strong opinion on it, I'm just gonna put it down in D tier. But I don't necessarily think it's good or bad. I just haven't played it enough. All right, so next are these ones for Fallout 4, like the workshop DLC. I'm just gonna throw all of these in C tier. All right, now we are moving along to the Fallout New Vegas DLCs here, and these have to be some of my favorite DLCs. First off, we're gonna look at Dead Money. Now, Dead Money is one that I feel gets a lot of unwarranted hate, mostly for the fact that I feel like it's just, people think it's too hard right from the start. But for me, it's one of the better DLCs in Fallout New Vegas. I believe they do a really good job with storytelling. The Hollow Rifle is an insanely good weapon that I usually just end up using for the entire rest of my playthrough, but I don't believe it's one of the absolute best. So I'm going to throw this one in B tier. All right, what are we gonna do next? Let's do Old World Blues. Now, Old World Blues is an S tier add-on DLC for me. It's been my favorite. I love the added sci-fi aspect to it. I love the weapons that it adds to the game. The K9000, the pulse gun, I believe it's called. Yeah, like the pulse gun that you get. I'm blanking on the name on it right now, but the pulse gun, Elijah's Advanced Lair, love them. Everything across the board. I love the main storyline with the think tank. It's just a all-around great add-on for me. Courier Stash and Gunrunner's Arsenal, I'm gonna throw those into C tier as well. Well, I'll put Courier Stash into C tier. Gunrunner's Arsenal, I'm teetering. I'm gonna throw that in C tier as well. I feel like they just add similar value to the contraptions, or not contraptions, to like the workshop add-ons for Fallout. And then Lonesome Road. Some people might come after me for this one, but Lonesome Road is actually one of my least favorite DLCs. It just feels like an over-glorified shooting gallery. And I've never really been the biggest fan of Ulysses, and I just feel like there's way too much dialogue in Lonesome Road. And I don't know, I've just never really been able to get into it. I've played through it multiple times, and it's just never really been for me. So I'm gonna drop that in D tier. All right, Honest Hearts is also one of my favorite DLCs. I love the setting of Zion National Park. I love the story behind Joshua Graham and the Burnt Man, and the entire storyline with the White Leg. So that's gonna go S tier for me there. Yeah, so there's my tier list for all of the Fallout DLCs from 3, New Vegas, and 4. Let me know what your rankings would be. And yeah, thanks for watching. That's about it. See ya.